Hey, how's it going everybody? In this After Effects tutorial, let's look at how to create this text animation natively inside of After Effects without using any presets or plugins like Mr. Horse or Text Evo and any of the other plugins or presets that I know people use, because sooner or later you're going to want to learn how to do this natively, because you would want to use this as a supported property inside the essential graphics panel, or you want it without expressions or something like that to export as a Lottie file. So anyway, I think all motion designers need to know this. Once you do, you can get creative. You can make your own custom text animation and copy this animator from one text to another, so it almost works like a preset. Also, to save your time, I'm not going to dive in deep. I'll just take you through the bare minimum that you need to get things going with text animator. So let's start by opening up the text properties. Let's go to animate and add a position animator. You can also go ahead and click on add property and add an opacity property here. Now we have both position and opacity property inside the animator. And now this is the most important part you need to know. This will be like the default ending position of the animation, and once we start tweaking any of these properties, let's say you bring down the opacity to 0, that will be like the starting position of the animation. And the way we animate is by toggling down the range selector and moving the offset. So you have these brackets moving from the start to end, and these brackets will determine what is being affected. So let's say I move the Y position down a little bit, and if I change the offset, you can see that the brackets determine the position Y and the opacity as well. Now a couple of things we need to do to get the desired result is by going to advanced and choosing the animation based on words. That way when we move the offset, it happens word by word. And we also need to change one more attribute here, and that is the shape. Right now it's set to square, so the words come on like in a linear way as the square moves. So we need to set that as ramp up so that the fall off between words is much smoother now. Let's preview that by changing the value of offset, and you can see multiple words are coming on. So now that we've changed all of that, let's start keyframing. Let's keyframe it from -100 to +100, and let's also easy ease those keyframes. And one last thing you'll need to do here is to increase the ease low value all the way to 100. That's like an easy ease thing that we need to adjust, and we're there. So that's basically how you do this. You can copy paste this animator to any text that you want. You can additionally go ahead and change the position from y-axis to x-axis, let's say, and the animation would still work. So this is basically the whole idea. You can add scaling property or any other properties for that matter. You can start being creative with it. You can add more properties like maybe fill color, and that would take the text color from red to the default color, which I just changed to white. And I hope that gives you a general idea of how the text animator work. Now you can use the essentials panel. You can drag in any of these properties in there if you want to export this to Premiere or something like that. So I hope this helped, and if it did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.